This video is all about slopes and lines. First of all, there's four forms of linear equations. Here are the first two, standard form and general form. Notice that there are no fractions and that a must be greater than 0. An interesting thing here is the slope is equal to negative a over b. That sometimes is helpful. The other two linear equations is the slope-intercept form and point-slope form. Notice in slope-intercept form that m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. In the other equation, x1, y1 is the point that the line goes through and m is the slope. Our slope formula, if we have 2 points that a line goes through, x1, y1 and x2, y2, those are our 2 points. This is the formula for the slope. Rise over run. The difference in the y's divided by the difference in the x's. Other important information here is that parallel lines have equal slopes. Perpendicular lines are also called normal lines, and normal line slopes are the opposite reciprocal. So change the signs and flip it. Okay, lines, as we move left to right, lines that increase have a positive slope. The steeper it is, the larger the number. As we move again left to right, if the line decreases, that means that our slope is negative. Horizontal slopes, or horizontal lines, have a slope that's equal to 0, and vertical lines have a slope that is undefined. Okay, in this example, we've got 2 points and we're asked to find the slope of the line that passes through them. We use the slope formula, subtract the y values, 8 minus a negative 2, that's like 8 plus 2, divided by a negative 7 minus a negative 4. We get 10 over negative 3, which is negative 10/3. Okay, in this next example, we're asked to write the equation of a line that passes through negative 3, 2 and has a slope of 4. So let's use the point slope form of the equation of the line. We have y minus 2. 2 is the y value of the point. Our slope, 4, times x minus a negative 3, which is really plus 3. And we can leave our answer in point slope form. Here we've got to write an equation of the line that's normal to this equation and then passes through negative 6, 1. So let's first find the slope of that line. Remember, it's negative a over b. So negative 2 over negative 5 is 2/5. The normal slope, change the signs and flip it, which gives us negative 5/2. And we get y minus 1. 1 is from the y coordinate of the point our line goes through. Negative 5/2 our slope, and x minus a negative 6, which is x plus 6. Okay, this is a tricky problem. We've got to write the equation of the line parallel to the line that goes through those 2 points. And it also passes through a point that is 3 units below the midpoint of those 2 points. So let's first find the slope of the line that goes through those 2 points, because our slope will be the same. We use the equation for the slope, and then we get 2/5 for the slope. Now, finding the midpoint, I always suggest picking an example that you know. 8, 9, 10, you know the midpoint is 9. How do you get that? Using the endpoints, 8 and 10. Well, if you play around with it a little bit, you get 8 plus 10 is 2. So add the endpoints and divide by 2. That'll give you the midpoint. We get a midpoint of 1, 5. Now go 3 units below the midpoint, subtract 3 off the y value, and we get 1, 2. And then using the equation, here's our answer.